Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now guys, I am bringing you this video just to highlight really the biggest problem that Nigeria is contending with, and the biggest problem really that Nigeria has always contended with, and that problem of course is corruption. Everybody on this planet knows that this is the biggest problem that our country is contending with. So in this video, I am bringing you the narrative of the wife of an average Nigerian army officer, a Nigerian military officer, the wife of an average Nigerian military officer, and $15 million. So that is really the content of this video, the narrative of the wife of a Nigerian military officer and $15 million. Brigadier General Ngeti's wife, Chizoba, denies claims of $15 million found in her US bank account. So that is this headline. So the wife of an average military officer in Nigeria, whose name Chizoba, that's the name of the wife, is denying claims of $15 million being found in her bank account. So again, the headline: Brigadier General Ngeti's wife Chizoba denies claims of $50 million, 15, that's $15 million found in her US bank account. So now let's find out exactly what is going on here. Wife of Brigadier General Charles Ngeti, Chizoba, has denied allegations that between $11 to $15 million was found in her bank account in the United States. Mrs. Ngeti also said allegations that she is being investigated for money laundering in America were false. She threatened to seek legal redress against sponsors or publishers of such false information. There were reports last December that the Nigerian army detained Brigadier General Ngeti following the discovery of $16 million in a bank account belonging to his wife. He was said to have been held by the Army's Special Investigation Bureau, a department that handles matters relating to fraud and money laundering. Mrs. Ngeti, in a statement through her lawyer Taufik Adeleke, described publications linking her to any such money as false and malicious. Adeleke said a false allegation by unknown sources was made against our client, insinuating that our client was involved in money laundering activities. The said publications specifically stated that monies ranging between $11 to $15 million was found in our client's private account in the United States of America, and that our client is under investigation by the authorities in the United States of America. The false publication caused Mrs. Ngeti and her family a lot of undue embarrassment, thus necessitating the need to refute the wrong information now in the public domain. We wish to state unequivocally on behalf of our client that the information is not true. At no time was such an amount or any huge sums of money found in our client's account to warrant the false and malicious publication. So let's now pause there for a moment. So you have to see that this is a lawyer speak, because these are carefully worded statements. These are carefully worded words, not to use too much of a tautology. These are carefully worded statements, and the words are carefully chosen and placed. So it says at no time was such an amount, so he is not denying that there's no money there, but he's denying that it's not to the volume of 11 to $16 million or any huge sums of money. So again, emphasizing on the size of money rather than any money being there at all or any foreign account being in place. So it says at no time was such an amount or any huge sums of money found in our client's account to warrant the false and malicious publication. So that is lawyer speak there, and that is a coded, that is a qualified denial. According to Adeleke, the woman had never at any time been invited, interrogated, or questioned by authorities in America as falsely claimed in the publication. So now there's nothing in what we have read so far to say or suggest that this woman was interrogated or questioned, but what this piece is saying is that there are investigations going on. So whether she has been interrogated or questioned or not, and really I'm not sure that they interrogate people in America, they probably just question her, because this this is just like a civil matter really, and it's really a matter relating to Nigeria, so it's not really something that they go in heavy-handed. So they've not said she's been interrogated rather, or questioned, but they're saying that she's been investigated, which are completely different things. So you again see that that's lawyer speak in that denial, that she's not being interrogated and she's not being questioned. But then of course people are saying she's being investigated. So being investigated is entirely different from being interrogated and questioned. But we carry on. The false information in the public domain is only an imagination in the mind of mischief makers. This is their usual go-to denial. So it is their imagination. I am surprised that they have not used the term fake news, because fake news now seems to be what they go to now, as soon as Trump introduced that to the lexicon. So everybody now that has been caught red-handed will shout fake news, fake news. But now I'm just highlighting this thing because this is just some major general, yes, a high-ranking official within the military structure, but not at the high end or the top end or whatever. But then of course now allegedly, apparently $15-16 million is being found in his wife's bank account. So if you then allocate $15-16 million to the wives of every equal measure military, Navy, Air Force personnel within the Nigerian space, and then you go to the police, etc. So $16 million to all their wives right across the board. And of course, officers ranking higher than them, you double that to $30-40 million. So you see now how the country is just routinely and continuously hemorrhaging money all of the time. And this is really at the heart of everything that is wrong with that country, because if an average officer of this ilk can be in a position, let's even set aside whether this is true or false. If this person can be in a position for $15 million to be alleged to have been found as a corrupt enrichment on his part, then of course then you have to ask the question, then what is going on there? Because really this is a story that has been recurring in the Nigerian decimal all the way through. As far as I am aware, this is something that's always been the case. As far as I've been able to reason, anytime you pick up the news and have a look at what is going on within the Nigerian space, it is always this sort of a money. You recall about a year or two ago when they found countless millions of dollars in some Abuja apartment in hard currency. This is what they do, by the way. They take this money in hard currency and then they try to stash it. So this Maynard that is being prosecuted for the pension thing, he took his money in hard currency across the northern borders to Niamey, I think, which is the capital city of Niger Republic, where he has an apartment and is going to stash money there. So it is this average level functionaries really that are really exposing the bigger problem that the country has. Because if somebody of this, because this guy of course is an average level, is a middle level military personnel. So if somebody that is a middle-level military personnel, and by the way, this $15 million that was found is not the only money, of course, that he has access to, and this will not be the only bank account that he has. So you can double that or quadruple that or even times that by 10, because if they found $15 million in one account, then you can bet your bottom dollar that there are other accounts with even more or maybe more or less of the same sort of money stashed away somewhere. So this is the one that they have in America. What about the one he has in Europe? What about the one he has in all those offshore accounts in the Jersey Islands and all these obscure places in Switzerland, etc., and in Dubai now, which is now the money laundering capital of the world? So these monies that these people are stashing away now, this middle level functionaries, is really what is exposing how deep the corruption thing is in Nigeria. Because of course this would have been money for procurement or whatever that has not been procured, and they are giving all these soldiers damn gun to go and be battling Boko Haram whilst they are stashing $15 million in their wife's account in America and all over the world. And this is exactly the problem with Nigeria. So this is why I've decided to do this video, just to flash this up so that you know where the real heart of the problem is with that country. Conversations in the comment section, middle level stealing is what we're talking about in this video. What says you? The general, the brigadier general, and the $15 million is what we're looking to discuss. Come have a chat with me about all this in the comment section. But before you do that, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. Bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Then come tell me about bribery and corruption in Nigeria in the comment section. So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section. But here I say peace.